Hello, CD again. Welcome back to Truth Matters. Someone asked me, CD, do you believe in evolution? As if one must believe one or the other. One must either believe science on the one hand, or one must believe the Bible or religion on the other. This is a clarion call, a rallying cry for secularist and atheist since the Renaissance. Are you going to be superstitious or are you going to be scientific? Religion being tantamount to superstition. The great English writer GK Chesterton once said that if a person could live to be 1,000 years old, they would either be a nihilist, they would believe that everything is random, disconnected, or they would be fairly squarely ensconced in the Orthodox Christian faith. That's not a quotation, but that's the gist of it. Not long ago, myself, my wife, and some friends went to hear a world-famous lecturer, maybe the greatest, certainly one of the greatest paleontologists of our time, Conway Morris. Some people think of the Cambrian Explosion, when all of this new life miraculously just seemed to appear all at once. They argue that this could very well buttress the theory of evolution, that this life just spontaneously evolved and leapt and made these quantum leaps. Conway Morris began his lecture with a few jokes about Americans and British, and had a British accent. I could maybe imitate him, but we all laughed at his jokes. He would say jokes and we would laugh. We were clever enough to understand his jokes and witty enough to appreciate his humor. But then this great paleontologist started talking about dorsal fins and Latin words and ichtho something or other, and how the dorsal fins evolved, and myself and everyone I knew were doing this. He lost us all. My friends, I looked over and they were slumped over, about to fall out of their chair. But I think I understood the gist of his lecture. I believe what he was saying, what I got out of it, was that evolution follows not just random, spontaneous, but it follows patterns. There is a logic, a design, if one will, to evolution. And at the close of the lecture, as Conway Morris was answering questions, himself being a devout Anglican, someone asked, well, how do we defend the faith? What's a good thing for us to read? And without flinching, this brilliant man said, read GK Chesterton. What do you think? If a person were to live 1,000 years old, they would either believe in nothing, everything's random and disconnected, or they would be fairly ensconced in the Christian faith. Do you know the one who makes it all possible, as Colossians 1 say, in whom all things hold together? Think about that. Truth matters.